politics remains abuzz with the now infamous Millennium Challenge Corporation or MCC Nepal Compact grabbing all the headlines. Following much dilly-dallying, the deal has reached a stage where the MCC headquarters has given Nepal a February 28 deadline for the endorsement of the agreement through the parliament. The scenario suggests that the political atmosphere will remain heated this week with various speculations surrounding the multi-million-dollar US grant. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Prime Minister Deuba, his ruling alliance partner Dahal and main opposition leader Oli discussed pressing issues of MCC agreement and local level elections. No major decisions reached. The US gives Nepal a 28 February deadline to ratify the MCC Nepal Compact through the parliament. MCC headquarters says ratifying or rejecting is a sovereign choice of Nepal. French President Emmanuel Macron says a deal to avoid war in Ukraine is possible and that it is legitimate for Russia to raise its own security concerns. And Senegal proved third time lucky as they lift their maiden African Cup of Nations title with a 4-2 win over Egypt in the tournament finale. The top brass leaders, Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba, his ruling alliance partner Pushpa Kamal Dahal and main opposition leader KP Sharma Oli held a meeting yesterday at the Premier's official residence in Balwatar. The high-profile meeting dwelt on the pressing issues of Millennium Challenge Corporation or MCC and the approaching local level polls. However, the leaders failed to arrive at any consensus. Prime Minister Deuba has been intent on the ratification of the US-funded deal through the parliament. However, the other two participating leaders had a differing opinion on the MCC agenda. CPN Mao's Centre Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal wanted any decision on MCC only after the conclusion of the elections. The opposition leader KP Sharma Oli meanwhile demanded the official stand of the ruling alliance on the much-debated MCC agenda. Prime Minister Deuba on his part appealed to both the leaders for support to endorse the MCC bill. The Prime Minister in the meantime has been positive on holding local level polls as per the demand of the main opposition. The meeting, however, could not reach an agreement on clearing the obstructions at the parliament. Former Prime Minister Oli reiterated his party's grievances against Speaker Agni Sapkota during yesterday's meeting as well. The US has given a 28th February deadline this month to ratify the Millennium Challenge Corporation or MCC Nepal Compact through the parliament. The US has informed that if the multi-billion-dollar agreement is not endorsed by the given deadline, the compact would be scrapped. MCC's Chief Executive Officer Mahmoud Ba, in a joint letter sent to Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba and Mao's Centre Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal, has given a February 28 deadline for the ratification of the MCC agreement. CEO Ba has also stressed that whether Nepal ratifies the agreement or rejects it, it is entirely a sovereign choice of the Himalayan nation. The top MCC official Ba was responding to the joint letter sent by Deuba and Dahal on 29th of September, where the two top leaders had sought 6 months' time for the endorsement of the MCC bill from the parliament. In his reply, Ba has said that the February 28 deadline is in line with the request made by Nepal. The top MCC authority has also said that if the endorsement does not materialize, the US will work towards scrapping the agreement altogether. The MCC board will take a final call on the deal in the next meeting scheduled for March. Speaker Agni Sapkota and Minister for Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Dilendra Badu held a meeting yesterday regarding any possible complications that could arise if the MCC is moved forward through the parliament. Speaker Sapkota and Minister Badu held a meeting yesterday ahead of the meeting of the House of Representatives called for this Wednesday to resume the obstructed House. During the meeting, Law Minister Badu expressed his concern regarding the complications that may come if the MCC is tabled at the Parliament. Speaker Sapkota, in response, stressed that MCC should be moved forward only after reaching consensus. The Speaker has recently intensified meetings with various leaders regarding MCC. The country continues to reel under coronavirus as 11 more COVID-19 related fatalities were confirmed in the country yesterday, taking the death tally to coronavirus to 11,814. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, out of 6,443 samples tested through the RT-PCR method, 1,183 returned positive to COVID-19. The Kathmandu Valley alone witnessed 566 new cases. Meanwhile, with 8,704 discharged and recovered, active cases have now dropped to 45,248. The recovery rate stands at 94.1%, with the case fatality rate at 1.3%. The smart lockdown imposed in Kathmandu Valley amid the alarming surge in coronavirus cases have been eased. All three district administration of the valley made the decision effective from today. The meeting of the CDOs of the three valley districts yesterday decided to amend the restrictions considering the current coronavirus scenario in the valley. Educational institutions will resume physical classes from 13th February, while the authority has given a go-ahead signal to hold exams. However, the institutions have been urged to follow preventive health measures. According to yesterday's decision, regular classes can be held for students above the age group 12, while the institutions are urged to coordinate with the local levels to hold physical classes for students below 12 years. Prohibitions are intact on holding mass gatherings, assemblies, cultural gatherings, among other activities triggering crowd. Likewise, the administrative office has removed odd-even number plate system for all vehicles in the valley. The administration has also permitted to open nightclubs effective from 13th February. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked residents in several provinces how focused have they found the provincial government in terms of public welfare. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
जनता केन्द्रित हुनुपर्ने ठाउँमा चाहिँ माथि नै प्रदेश केन्द्रित नेताहरू देखिन्छन्।
जनताको आधारभूत आवश्यकता पूरा गर्न जुन पहिल्यै भएको मन्त्रालयले पुग्छ।
आफ्नो स्वार्थ पूरा गर्ने अनि त्यसपछि जनतालाई चाहिँ केही चासो नदिने।
जनताले सोचे जस्तो सेवा सुविधा प्राप्त गरेको हामीले भोगेका छैनौं।
आफै कुर्सीमा कसरी बस्ने भन्ने विषयमा चलखेल गरे जस्तो लाग्छ।
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What's your take on the start of specialist medical education within the hospitals of the country itself? Your options are A, a big stride in medical sector, B, solid infrastructure, and C, maintain quality. The voting is on. Type NAWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.